fiscal control. We're going to pull the money out from under some of these programs that have been out there that stop the federal government from meeting their responsibility. And thank the good Lord, there's some courage and some bravery in Arizona. All of those people, we will pull that
As the new Tea Party is coming out, would you pledge to sign the contract from America?
Listen, I'll sign a lot of things. Here's the deal on pledging things. Here's the deal on that. Folks, you got to go up there and make things work. I'm not a guided missile. You're not firing me out of a rocket or out of a rifle and say, well, God, we had him aimed at that. We had him all tracked. He was signing these. Listen, here's what Don Browning's going to do when he gets up there. He's going to break down the elite club that they got running up there. All the seniority, like the oldest guy creeping around, gets all the, I'm sorry, that's an old Indian chief thing where you got a bunch of, well, how many scalps you got on your belt? Well, I don't care. Constitution's what I'm going by. That's the way it's going to be. We've got a tree trunk. We've gone off. They meant well, but they've gone way out on these branches, way out. We're about to fall off. This country is about to fall off. If we don't do it this time, and Don Browning is just one guy that's going up there, just one guy. But boy, I need your vote, and I need your effort. I want everybody here to call Cliff Stearns and say, debate the man. Come on, he hadn't had any competition. He's been styling up there like a rock star for a long time. I love him, but he's got to get out here and debate and get involved.
I have a question. I'm an assistant chairman of CG6. Why should I get people out there to vote for you?
The reason you ought to do it is because this congressional district counts. This is important. I mean, this is critically important.
Cliff has always done an excellent job.
He's a lovely guy, but look at how the last 22 years went for you. Forget Cliff, forget Don Browning. Just look at the last 20 years and what's happened to debt. China is just styling over there. They're just really going. Look at what's happened to the debt. We're at 93% of GDP. Folks, you know what happens when you hit 90? You begin to slide. Historically, every civilization has slid by 1% a month or a year. That means that in 20 years, we're going to be, just upside down like Greece. We've got to get serious about this. I got, vote Republican. I'll put Scotch tape over that thing. I'll vote Republican. That's the start of it. That's easy. That's nothing compared to what you got to do with these czars, department heads. We got to pull the money out from under these organizations. You got to get up there and get rough. Let's get rough. I'm going to suddenly have a bad hip, and I'm going to bang the lectern every time I get up there. Listen, why be shy? We're losing America. Why be shy? Yeah. All right, thanks. Anything else? God loves it all. Yes, a question.
Wait a minute, just 3 questions. We took 3.
All right.
We need to move on.
All right, Bill, just see me privately, and I'll be glad to answer your question. Thank you all. Love you.
Browning would prefer to run against Nancy Pelosi, but unfortunately for him, he's running against Congressman Cliff Stearns. Raise your hand if you think, like Don Browning, that getting 90% of the district, your funds from the district is wrong. I didn't think so.
I'd like to know the other 10%.
Oh, I'm going to get there.
Good.
That's 1,156 individuals.
We are here for politics, by the way.
That's where Cliff Stearns proven conservative leadership. And you can say you support this or that. I'll share with anybody some of the positions that he takes on the Tea Party website, such as being for eminent domain. Well, if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine.
You know, I've worked for Congressman Stearns campaigns in the past, and I like Congressman Stearns.
Thank you.
I'd much rather hear you tell me what Congressman Stearns is for, rather than telling me all the things that are wrong with
Not a
his
problem. Has a 95% lifetime rating from the American Conservative. 95%.
That is not
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
question. My question, at some point, somebody has to stand up and lead in Congress to reestablish states' rights, state sovereignty, and to cut off the flow of money, which has to start in the House of Representatives.
Lifetime, 95%. Lifetime rating, folks. The average rating of a Republican is 66%. So you can look at another question.
I have one statement. Back in November before and I voted for Cliff Stearns every time he's run. Every time I could make it to the polls, I voted for him. But this is just like the company that cleans my swimming pool in my backyard. If they get too big, you don't get any service. Back in November or in October, I called the office to come meet with Cliff Stearns. I had some questions to ask him. Number one is I wanted to get a damn backbone. Well, I was told that I could not meet with him. It was either 30 or 60 days before an election. I was told
You
that
didn't
by...
get that from time out. I run
No,
both congressional.
I'm telling you.
Not happen.
All right.
No, tell me who you spoke with.
I have no idea.
Why didn't you get their name?
Okay, here's the other thing. I called back in January.
Did you get that person's name?
I wanted to come see him. No, I didn't, because
Come on, man.
John,
You can make it
hey,
up.
John, just listen to me. I've got the floor, so be quiet for a minute. In January, I called back. I had some questions I wanted to ask him. I'll come to the Gainesville or the Ocala office. Their response was, you have to submit them in written form before he will even see you. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get his immediate reaction about immigration and about the things going on in Washington. My statement is, I have voted for him for years. The service is gone to me. I'm not a big company. I'm not the NRA, but I can't even get to see him.
You must have talked to John.
Yeah, it must have.
I know I didn't get their name because I was really put off about somebody that voted for him that can't even get into the office.
I appreciate your statement, but you know, it's like I cannot disprove a negative, and you're trying to make me disprove a negative, which is in a court of law impossible.
I don't want your answer. I am giving a statement.
You can give it, but I'm here too, in front of you, and I'm the voter too. Okay? Do I not have the right to respond when you're making up an allegation that is not provable? Or
Make it up.
Whoa, he's not making up
making
anything.
it up.
He's not making up anything.
I'm telling you, I'm
liar.
not making it up. I'm not here as a liar. I'm here because the service is gone.
Okay, I'm gonna all right, ladies and gentlemen, politics can make you squirm sometimes. Politics can make you feel uncomfortable. It's called politics for a reason, and it's all about holding our elected officials accountable. And John is John's a bit defensive, defending a man that he knows is a good man, and I appreciate that John can do that. They're both good men, and we're going to have a primary. Tonight's an uncomfortable night having to deal with such things. Cliff Stearns is a good guy. Don Browning is a good guy. The point is when the primary is over, we've got one of them to support. And Cliff Stearns, let me just say, I've known John a long time. Cliff Stearns and Don is very, very loyal to Cliff. Cliff has been very good to his staff. And Cliff has been I'm not going to say he or anybody is a perfect representative. But it's time to go and change this country. And I think both of those men can do it. I know Cliff has tried and has worked very hard. And I know Don, if he gets there, he can do it. And frankly, all of these candidates that we have met tonight can do a very good job of changing our county, our school board, our state, and our country.